In today's video, I'm going to talk about advocating for yourself with hearing loss. You know, one of the most exhausting things about hearing loss is probably hearing fatigue. However, I think the second most exhausting thing is probably advocating for yourself. The reason for this is because hearing people just take for granted how easy it is to hear and understand things in life. But for us with hearing loss, we have to remind them of that. And that is what advocacy is. So let's talk about advocating for yourself in today's video. All right, so the first huge element of your ability to advocate for yourself is believing in yourself and really loving yourself for who you are with this hearing loss that you navigate on a daily basis. So the best way to start building confidence in the fact that you have a hearing loss is knowing your type of hearing loss. The first step to really advocating for yourself is understanding your type and severity of hearing loss. So there are 3 different types of hearing loss: conductive, sensory neural, and mixed hearing loss. What type of hearing loss do you have? You should have confidence knowing what type of hearing loss you have. Now let's talk about your hearing loss severity. Hearing loss ranges from mild, moderate, to severe, profound, and even death. It's important to understand what type of hearing loss you have. This will help you know later what works for you in terms of helping you and your hearing loss. If you don't know your degree of hearing loss, talk to your audiologist. They can help you understand kind of the scale of your hearing loss, what you can and cannot hear. Better understanding your type and severity of your hearing loss will increase your confidence in yourself despite this hearing loss that you navigate on a daily basis. So for example purposes, I'm going to share my hearing loss. My hearing loss is a sensory neural, genetic, or congenital hearing loss. The severity of my hearing loss is moderate to severe. I have it in both ears, which means it is a bilateral hearing loss. So when I advocate for myself, I can start confidently and boldly because I know what type of hearing loss I have. I can introduce myself confidently by saying, "My name is Emily. I have a sensory neural hearing loss. It is genetic and in both ears. It's a moderate to severe hearing loss." The next step of advocating for yourself is understanding what works for you. What helps you not just hear, but understand what you are hearing. What I mean by this is consider what you use to help you hear. Do you read lips? Do you use hearing devices? Is one ear better than the other? Knowing what helps you or works for you will help you advocate because you can tell people what helps you and how they can help you. That way you can better take advantage of these things that help you and help others know how they can help you. For example, I know that my left ear is my better ear. So I can advocate for myself when I'm talking with someone by asking them, "Can you please sit on my left side? This is my better ear. I'll be better able to understand what you're saying if you sit on my left side." So as you can see right there, because I know and understand my hearing loss and I know what works better for me, I'm able to better advocate for myself even though I have a hearing loss. The next important step to advocating for yourself is knowing your rights. I mean this in a legal sense. What laws have been passed that can assist you in receiving accommodations that will help you? Knowing your rights will help you advocate for yourself. There's an American Disabilities Act that outlines what employers and agencies must do to properly accommodate people with disabilities. Knowing the ins and outs of that act and knowing your rights will help you better advocate for yourself. Explore that act and other similar pieces of legislation so that you can better advocate for yourself. Knowing your rights increases your confidence in your ability to advocate for yourself with a hearing loss. If you need accommodations from your employer, ask for them. Ask for them in writing, follow up, confirm them. Make sure that you document everything and get the help that you need. It is easy to advocate yourself when you say, "Please insert your request to better help you hear so I can insert the reason why you need that." You are advocating yourself by using that simple outline. I'll use an example that I did at work one time. I said, please order me a resound remote mic so I can better understand presenters at work meetings. This helped my employer better understand what I needed them to do so that they could help me with my hearing loss and why it was important. I gave them specific direction to please order their mic so I can better understand in company meetings. You could continually add things to be like, so I'm a more productive employee, so that I can have better access to information to come up with better business solutions, and things like that. Advocating for yourself can show that you are an eager and proactive employee. Whenever you advocate for yourself, profusely thank people around you for their patience and willingness to help. And last but not least, in the efforts to advocate for yourself, I encourage you, once you've mastered knowing your hearing loss and how to help others, essentially advocating, I encourage you to go above and beyond. Step outside, get social, and spread the word. And don't be afraid to get involved. What I mean by this is, I recently saw a post on Instagram by Amelia's Aid Charm raising money for the Walk for Hearing via a lemonade stand. This is awesome. This is a great way not just to advocate for herself, but also to advocate for a community. Leveraging social media can be powerful. Don't be afraid to share your story. The more you share your story and advocate for yourself, the easier it will become. Don't be afraid to get involved. And by getting involved, you can even get involved in legal proceedings in your area, passing laws that benefit people who are hard of hearing or have other disabilities. I've personally done this. In my home state, I lobbied that private insurance cover hearing devices for children. This was a bipartisan law and it was passed. So now children 0 to 18 receive proper hearing devices and hearing care for those devices, including speech therapy in my home state. This is awesome. I'm so glad I got to be a part of that. So now that I kind of mastered being an advocate for myself, I'm working really hard to be an advocate for other people with hearing loss. And that's also what I do on Definite Hearing. Do you have any questions for me about advocacy? If so, I would love to hear your questions in the comments below. Do you have any other topics you want me to talk about? If so, I want to hear them in the comments below. I know you got something out of this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Definite Hearing. I look forward to making more hearing loss related content for you. Thanks so much for watching. Stay strong, stay amazing, and have a great day, my hearing loss friend. Bye.